Hey everyone, my name is Mayra. You are about to listen to a My Ray of Sunshine podcast episode. Stay tuned and I hope you enjoy. Hey everyone, welcome to the My Ray of Sunshine podcast. My name is Mayra and I'm hoping to help you receive the advice you deserve. Now, if you all are here, it's probably because you want to know exactly how you can move on from a heartbreak. We've all been there. We've all felt like our hearts have been ripped out from our chest. We feel so lonely. We feel like we need these people in our lives to just function every single day. But the truth is you don't. Spoiler alert, you don't need anyone to help fill that void that you feel, because honestly, it starts off with you. You are the one that has to make sure that you personally feel comfortable with yourself in your own skin. Because if you don't love yourself, how can you expect others to love you? So that's why my first recommendation for you is to look within yourself and to heal your individual self. And the way that you can do that is by making sure that you are putting yourself on that pedestal and you know exactly how much you're worth. Know your worth. Know your value. Know that sometimes things can fall apart, but that's okay. Stop depending on others to fill that void for you. Because if you keep depending on others to fill that void for you, you're only hurting yourself. You are the last person you want to hurt. And I know sometimes we can be our own worst enemies. We can all feel like we are against ourselves. But in reality, no matter how heartbroken you are your own individual person, and only you are able to determine your own happiness and what comes after that. If you are putting so much of your energy into someone else and expecting them to constantly make you feel happy all the time, and now that they're no longer with you, you feel so empty, that's a huge red flag, you guys. I know what it feels like to feel like you need someone else in your life to come fill that void, to not make you feel alone, to be the person that you can go to talk to about anything. I know. You have to stop believing that someone else is supposed to come into your life to make it better. You're the one that's supposed to make it better. Only you have that control over your life to make your life better. Of course, someone else in your life that comes along can make your life amazing and great. But at the end of the day, you also have to be satisfied with your individual self before being able to give your heart to someone else. A lot of that comes with confidence in yourself by having positive self-talk, using words that empower you rather than destroy you, and knowing that you can still get through anything that you're facing right now. I can't tell you how many times I've been through a heartbreak and I felt like I needed to have this person in my life to function every single day. And that's when I realized how toxic it was. How can you rely on someone else to make you happy? That's what you have to think about. That's why I'm here to help facilitate that. Look from within. See what happened. Why did both of you fall apart? Was it a jealousy issue? Was it them? All those things you have to consider and you just have to take a step back. It can help give you a lot of clarity on what kind of person you want in your life. Once you evaluate what went wrong from within yourself, that's when you can move on to the next step, which is to learn from this heartbreak that hurts so badly inside. What can you learn from your past that can help you in your future relationships? Otherwise, it's just going to keep happening. What could you do in your next relationship that can help improve your relationship? What should your expectations be for your next partner? How exactly do you want them to be moving forward? Setting those expectations for your ideal partner is huge, because then it already shows that you have looked within yourself, and now this is exactly what you expect from your relationships moving forward. If your next relationship isn't the best one, the next one will be. I think the most beautiful part is realizing who is meant for you the moment that you are not even looking for it. The moment that you can finally focus on yourself, do your own thing, do something that strengthens you, that makes you be a confident, empowered person, that's the moment that someone shows up in your life, because you already healed that side of you, and that is what makes you a much, much stronger person who attracts love. The person that came into your life notices that change. They notice how now you're a different person for the better. And your growth is what will attract your next partner. And learning from those experiences also will not only help you set expectations for your next partner, but it will help figure out exactly who you want in your life. Another thing that I recommend anyone who has been heartbroken to do is to make a cons list. Notice how I left out the pro. I left out the pro on purpose because this cons list is what is going to help open up your eyes to the reality that you had to face when you were with your previous partner. It's going to be an eye-opener, I promise you. Within that list, just get a piece of paper, title it "We Are Never Getting Back Together," like the Taylor Swift song, right at the top, and then start listing every reason you shouldn't get back with your ex, or you shouldn't fall for the same person again. So once you get that paper, start writing down number 1, and then you fill it from there. Keep on listing them out and keeping track how many reasons you really did have for this particular person. This is finally your chance to not oversee every single thing that your previous partner or your previous crush did, to not tolerate that. I feel like a lot of the times we make excuses for our partner's flaws. Not saying your ideal partner is going to be extremely perfect, but we start making excuses for things that our partner does that perhaps it's not what we want in a relationship, but we made an excuse because we really, really liked them. And that's the story that we kept telling ourselves. We kept defending them, which prevented us from really seeing those flaws as negatives. We somehow convinced ourselves to believe that it is okay to tolerate certain behavior, regardless of what other people on the outside have told us, because we thought it was okay. And that's a red flag too. We defend them. And this list is supposed to point out every single reason that you shouldn't give them a second chance. That you should finally put your foot down and think 10 times before reconsidering giving them another chance. Because I'm telling you, when you create this list, you will surprise yourself at how many things that perhaps you didn't like that they did, or perhaps that you just felt like maybe this is what it's supposed to be? Maybe this is love? No. You'll know when you love a person versus when you're still trying to figure things out and piece things together. You will know. All I ask is for you guys to create that list, and every time you feel the need, the urge to send out an "I miss you" text or "Hey, what's up?" Just look back at your list and really see what you're getting yourself into. You taking a step back and reflecting on this will work wonders. Like I said, please don't get discouraged. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to find the ideal person for us, but once we find that person, it'll all make sense from there. The rest is history. Remind yourself that you are strong, that you don't need to rely on someone to make you happy. And rather than ignoring or making excuses for how you have been treated in the past and tolerating it anyway, you don't have to tolerate anything any longer. At all. Don't let any person bring you down. A few of the lessons that I've learned is that sometimes it's okay to be upset. It's okay to cry, even though they're not doing the same thing for you or you're not sure if they are. It's okay to let it out. Show your emotions. Don't be ashamed of them. And try to pick yourself back up. Rely on your support system. And little by little, you'll start feeling like you are healing, slowly but surely. And it will take time to move on. I'm not saying that this is going to happen overnight, because if it was that easy, we would never be heartbroken, you know? We would just get over it after a day, and then everything's back to normal. But it's not like that. And that's okay. The healing process takes time. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Everyone would heal. But it's okay to have insanely strong emotions for someone and have that not be returned. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to miss them. Because notice that I am recommending you to heal yourself, to learn from this experience, to write out the cons list. But even I can't tell you to simply not miss them. I can't control your feelings, and sometimes we can't control our own feelings. It's going to be something difficult that you go through, and the pain is sometimes going to feel intolerable, but you just have to see it from a different perspective. You have to remind yourself that your love is out there, and even though it didn't work out with this person, it will with someone else. 1,000 times better. It's their loss. They're the ones that can't see how amazing you are. When I was going through a breakup, it would almost destroy me, and I would feel so weak. And I honestly felt like I needed this person to be in my life. Not because I was head over heels for them, but simply because I felt like without them, I was nothing. I felt like I lost myself. Do you feel like as much as you wanted it to work out, it didn't. And, it sucks. I would spend so much of my time wondering what went wrong, wanting that person in my life no matter what. I didn't care if this really wasn't someone I saw myself with long term. I needed them out of comfort to feel safe. When you go through a breakup and you mutually agree to be friends, don't. That is danger zone. You're either hurting yourself by being their friend or you're hurting them. Unless, of course, neither of you have feelings for each other, then that's perfect. But a lot of the times it can be really, really difficult. Being their friends again might bring back the memories and still give you that hope that things can change. I would try my best to avoid ever talking to them again because I have to put my heart first. I have to protect myself. If I feel like they are going to continue to have that sense of power over my life because I still have feelings for them, I don't want to give them that power. I'd rather leave it alone, let it be, and move on. Another thing that I've learned is that I can find myself when I write, and rather than being insanely upset that something didn't work out, I started feeling like I should and deserve to get excited about who I want in my life. I would always write journal entries of my ideal person, what qualities they should have that I felt were really important to me to find in a life partner. In a sense, I was able to turn my heartbreak into nothing but hope that soon I'm not going to be heartbroken anymore. I would start putting things like, he has to be family oriented, he has to have a great sense of humor, he has to make me feel beautiful without makeup on, things like that. Once you have a clear focus of who you actually want in your life, that's when you can start bringing them to you. In its own time, of course, but it'll give you a better vision of who you want. And I strongly recommend for you to write personality characteristics that you would want in your partner versus physical appearance. The reason is because I was so convinced that my ideal person would have brown hair, brown eyes, and I just kept putting these things that I thought were important at the time. The moment that you start focusing on the details that my partner has to look like this, they can't look like this, or else I won't like them, you're just hurting yourself. Because you're probably missing out on a really great person that could be right for you, but you don't want to give them that chance because they don't fall under your standards. I'm glad that it actually didn't keep me from finding my now partner for almost 6 years because I never would have thought I would have been with a blonde-haired, blue-eyed cutie, and I couldn't be happier having him in my life just the way he is. I would not change a single thing about him. Back then, I thought the best physical feature a guy could have is his smile. But honestly, now I know that I am head over heels for my boyfriend's baby blue eyes. Couldn't feel luckier. I just think that once you can give yourself a break of trying to nitpick every person you meet, trying to dissect their physical appearance isn't forever, first of all. So you have to know a person's heart first before you actually can consider going out with them because they could be the most attractive person in the world. And if that personality doesn't match how attractive they are, you're wasting your time over here. Another thing that I've learned is that sometimes it's not me, it's them. I have taken rejection and heartbreaks to mean that I'm not good enough, that I wasn't pretty enough. But sometimes you just have to not take it as personal and just accept it and move on. Once you accept that it's not you, you'll feel so much better. If someone breaks up with you, it's for the best, for the both of you. You don't want to feel like you are forcing the relationship, like you are putting in so much effort and not feeling as much in return. Relationships can't be one-sided. And if you feel like you're doing all the work and not getting much in return, and you're making excuses for their behavior, but in reality, you know you deserve better but don't know how you can communicate that with them for them to understand, it's just not worth it. It's not worth devoting yourself so much on someone who doesn't even think about you, who doesn't even care, who doesn't appreciate the little things that you do for them. So why have that keep you heartbroken? Don't forget that you deserve the world. And if someone is not willing to give that to you, it's for the best. Something to expect from the My Ray of Sunshine podcast is that I will be giving advice on a variety of different topics, from how to ask out your crush to dropping friends. You name it, I will cover it. I will be releasing an episode every Friday, so please stay tuned for the next one. So where can you find me, you must be wondering? You can find me on Instagram at myrayof.sunshine, MAYRAYOF.sunshine, or you can find me on my website, myrayofsunshine.com, to take you to all of the other platforms I'm on, such as YouTube and Facebook. An easier way to find me is if you know the spelling of my name. I know it's a little bit different, but that's only because I'm Hispanic. My name is pronounced Mayra, and it's spelled Mayra, Mayra. Yeah. Also, if you haven't done so already, feel free to message me for advice. You can also feel free to join my live streams on Spoon, where I try to be as active as possible to help you. I enjoy it. It's the best way for me to get to know you, to help you out in your situation. Even if I haven't gone through it, I will try my best to put myself in your shoes and help you out. And if I don't feel like I have all the answers, I will invite some of my favorite people to my podcast so that they can give their point of views and help you. So you're getting the best of the best in every one of my episodes. I have big plans to be more active on my YouTube channel. If I were you, I would stay tuned, subscribe, that way you're in the loop. I really hope this podcast made you smile at least once. Stay tuned for more advice and positivity next Friday. As always, it's Mayra. I hope you feel loved today and every single day to come. Bye! Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe down below, and I hope you stay tuned till next time. Bye!